Hey, welcome back everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast NFL Picks video for Sunday, December 10th. Guys, we got a beautiful Sunday here in Costa Rica. It's blue skies, but the winds are kicking up. This is wintertime in Costa Rica, and I'm telling you, I love it. It's one of the best times of the year. All right, guys, we had 6 picks total yesterday in basketball. We went 3-3, 2-1 in college, 1-2 in NBA. The records are both respectively up above 50%. We're going to move it forward. Going to take a day off in basketball today. All we have are the NFL picks. So stay tuned, pay attention to them, and let's cash those tickets as we move the NFL record forward today. Get the edge back on that bookie and then keep the pedal to the metal, by God. All right, let's just talk about some games at first. You got the Indianapolis Colts are playing at the Buffalo Bills. There's quarterback issues in Buffalo. Is it going to be Tyrod Taylor? Not sure. All right, the Bills are favored, though, -3 at home. Another interesting game, Minnesota 10-2 going to take on Carolina, who is 8-4. Minnesota favored on the road -2.5. That ought to be an interesting game. There's a lot of playoff implications involved in that one as well. And then later on, you got Green Bay going to take on Cleveland. Could this be the day Cleveland gets a win? If there's any day, I think it might be today, because Green Bay is not scaring anybody. 6-6 on the year. Brett Hundley just definitely is not the man for the job. That defense is suspect. And Cleveland, by God, they just want to get one win. Who knows, today could be the day for the Cleveland Browns, I'm telling you, and the dog pound. Then you got the 49ers at Houston. 49ers 2-10 going up against a 4-8 Houston team. When Watson went down, that team went down. They go as he goes, bottom line. Both these teams have no shot at the playoffs. Jimmy Garoppolo, though, looked good last week. They didn't get any offensive touchdowns, but they damn sure got a bunch of field goals. See what happens today. This ought to be an interesting game. Again, 49ers starting to believe in themselves. That could be dangerous. And then you've got Oakland playing at Kansas City. 6-6 Oakland against 6-6 KC. A lot of playoff implications here as well. Kansas City, a lot of people think Kansas City might be the one, and this team has definitely been on a downward spiral after starting the year very, very fast. Oakland, on the other hand, dealing with some injuries. I don't know. I'm staying off of that one, but it should be a decent game. And then you got 6-6 Detroit Lions taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Winston is back. He's playing, so Winston being Winston, who knows what the hell's going to happen with that team. Detroit, Stafford's banged up. He's got his throwing hand banged up, so I don't know. That team is in desperation mode. Tampa Bay, they got nothing to play for. Once again, they're not going to the playoffs, so that could be one of them, you know, that Tampa Bay could sneak up. I'm going to stay off of that. All right, we've got the LA Chargers playing at home against Washington. Chargers now, they've won 6 of 8. Phillip Rivers having fun. Defense looking pretty good. You know what? This is one of those games, though, you got to be careful, because Washington at 5-7, all right, as long as Kirk Cousins is quarterback and that team doesn't quit, and as long as Jay Gruden is the coach there, they're not going to quit either. 5-7 Washington against 6-6 Chargers. Chargers are in a weak division. They've got some playoff hopes like they haven't had in years past, so that's going to be an interesting play. And that game right now, I believe Chargers are favored by 6 points. And then we're looking at a very good ball game. All right, Pittsburgh against Baltimore, Sunday Night Football. 10-2 Pittsburgh against 7-5 Baltimore. Pittsburgh shellacked this team in Baltimore early in the year, 26-9. As of late, Flacco's been starting to show some sparks of the guy that, you know, that he was years ago, that got him that long-term contract that he certainly has not lived up to. 7-5 Baltimore, 10-2 Pittsburgh. That's going to be a very interesting game, and that probably is going to be one hell of a defensive battle. And then you've got Cincinnati versus Chicago. All right, here we go, guys. This is going to be our first pick. Cincinnati Bengals 5-7 at home against Chicago. Chicago has no offense. They're 3-9 on the year, nothing to play for. Cincinnati, they know that coach is finally gone. He is definitely going to be gone this year, Marv Lewis. I think today, though, Cincinnati wins it on pride, and they just win it on talent. I don't think Trubisky's going to be able to get it done on the road. We're pulling that trigger with the Bengals on the full game, -6.5. And then, here we go. We've got to play in this one. Dallas at the Giants. Sean Lee is back. You know, Dallas has to have this game. They absolutely have to have this game. There's no doubt about it. The Giants, there's so much drama on there. You know, Ben McAdoo, I told you he was on the hot seat. He's gone. General manager's gone. Eli's back in the starting role tonight. I don't know. This is that one that just tells me New York is an absolute mess. Pulling that trigger, baby, with the Dallas Cowboys on the full game minus 3.5. And then we've got the Eagles versus the Rams. That's right, Eagles going to take on the Rams. These are two up-and-coming offenses, two teams that are fun to watch, and the #1 and #2 draft choice a couple of years ago. Eagles, will they bounce back after that loss? The Rams, they've got the 27th run defense in football, so Goff is going to be pressed to rely on his arm again. And look for the Eagles on that running back by committee. All right, they got Jay Ajayi that's pounding the ball along with Blount. All right, so as long as you've got that, they might have a chance, but they've got to establish that running game early. We're going to go ahead and pull the trigger, baby, with the Philadelphia Eagles on the full game. It's as a pick 'em. I like it. Taking the Eagles on the full game, no points. Take them either on the money line or as a pick 'em. All right, guys, let's review what our picks are going to be. Again, I like these spots. I think we're going to come out sharp. We're going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles on the full game. All right, we're definitely going to get it done tonight with Dallas on the full game minus 3.5 this afternoon. And then also, we're going to take the Cincinnati Bengals on the full game minus 6.5. 3 solid picks, guys. I like it. Let's get it done. It's a Sunday. Make sure you're spending quality time with your family as you're preparing for the holidays, because, my God, you're going to turn around and Christmas is going to be right here. Again, no basketball today. We will resume basketball tomorrow and get back on top of our game. Went out on a winning note in college, though, 2-1 and 1-2 in NBA yesterday, but our records are above 500. Well over 500 in NBA, so we're going to continue to pick up the steam. All right, guys, bet responsible, beat your bookie, and build that bank with Brenner. Do it NFL style, do it disciplined, stick to the plan today, and don't get out of control. And don't forget, the Brenner Blast is coming to you, baby, NFL style.